Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev. 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Sai Gaura Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Sai Gaura Hari Bol.
Sai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Sai Gaura Hari Bol.
जय जय श्री गांधी गिरिधारी चैतन्य महाप्रभु की
जय।
सर्वदेव भगवान की
जय।
जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मां की
जय।
प्रभुपाद की जय गौ प्रणा।
हरि हरि।
Hare Krishna. For nice gift. So welcome you all once again for day 15 of Bhagavad-Gita session. Today we'll learn about chapter 14, which is the three modes of material nature. Here we'll learn about the three modes like the goodness, the passion, and the ignorance, and how these are determining our nature in our day-to-day life. And all three are active in our day-to-day life, and whichever is of more dominant will determine the actions we do on our day-to-day basis. And it also has impact on in which mode we die. Accordingly, the results will be different. A lot of interesting things in this chapter. This is one of my favorite chapters. So yeah, you all can learn more with the examples from Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna to all once again. Welcome to the session, the 14th chapter, the three modes of material nature, that is, which is binding us in this material world. Very subtle. And Krishna says, this is the knowledge which has been liberated many, many Mahatmas, Rishis. So it's very subtle. Please let us start with prayers. So I request everyone to join in Mangala chain prayers. Only by seeking the mercy of Guru and Krishna, we'll be able to cross this material world, or else no way. So let us humbly do our prayers. Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Mishpadaya Krishna Preshta Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pataka Swaminiti Namine Namacharya Padani Tikrupavadayani Gorgata Damadana Gragramattarane Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langahite Grimat Kripatamaham Mandeshi Gurum Dinatarinam Paramanandam Madhavam Shuchaitanya Mishra. So as usual, we'll show our gratitude and thank His Divine Grace Abhicharana Aravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who's the founder Acharya of his God. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. So before going for the 14th chapter, what did we discuss in yesterday's chapter, 13th chapter? First, Arjuna is asking the wise questions. So he's answering all the 6 questions. So what is Jnana? What is Niyam? What is Prakriti? And what is Kshetra, Kshetrajna? All those things. Then items of knowledge. We try to understand the real meaning. What is it? 20, but not all the items, but some. So if we go in more depth in the knowledge means surrendering. So the more you surrender, the more you benefit and get the knowledge. Okay. And soul and super soul, the difference between the soul and super soul. And a person who is able to see this with this knowledge, the real vision, the divine vision. So how it is his activities and his qualities. Okay. All this we saw in yesterday's chapter. And today, 14th chapter, which is speaking exclusively about the 3 modes. But somewhere from the first chapter, we were speaking about these 3 modes in a subtler way. So it starts from the third chapter itself. Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha. Everything is being controlled by the gunas. That is the 3 modes. It's very subtle. A person who doesn't come in touch with Bhagavad-Gita, he may not be known of it. He'll be unknowing this. It's so subtle. But definitely, once we realize this and practice, definitely it's very easy to overcome, and none other than devotional service. None other than devotional service. Last verse of this chapter, Krishna says, Mam chava bicharena bhakti yogena sevate sa gunan samatittaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. So how this is binding us, this material world, we can see in this. I'll just start with a small story. Then we'll do the last verse. Okay. So once there was a Brahmana. He was in a Agrahar. Agrahar, I hope you all know. It's a community of only Brahmanas staying in that place. So to their, I don't know, bad fortune or what, one prostitute came and took the house there. So the rent, it was there vacant, and she came and took the house. And even the whole Agrahar, everyone is speaking ill about her. And there was a Brahmana just right opposite to her house. And always he's tapping his head, what is my bad fortune? I got such a kind of lady in front of me. And he was very dedicated in his rituals. He used to do his Sandhya Vandan, his Gayatri Mantra, his rituals, everything perfectly was followed. But even while praying, even while worshipping, he used to always meditate on this prostitute, saying somebody is coming to her house, something is happening. So he was just meditating, somebody are all coming, what is happening here? Inside the house, what is happening? Outside the house, in this way always. But that lady was a prostitute. She was always meditating on this Brahmana. Wow, what a great Brahmana is he. Wakes up early morning. I can hear the sound of the conch. I can hear the sound of the bell. Oh, such a wonderful boy. When will I become like this? She was always meditating on this Brahmana's activities. So one day what happened? Both of them met with a death. So both of them died on the same day. And both entered this Yamaloka. And Yamaraj is seeing the results of all their activities and their results. And finally he concluded, this woman should go to the heaven. And this person, Brahmana, should go to the hell. This Brahmana was shocked to hear this. He said, what kind of judgment are you giving? You are Dharmaraj. And what kind of, even in my life, I have not committed any mistakes, not even a single sin. And what is her life? Her whole life was sinful. And you are giving her the heaven and me the hell. Then Yamadharmaraj said, yes, wait for a while. See in the earthly planet what is happening. He showed there. Here what is happening, both have died. And all the Brahmanas are gathered because this Brahmana is dead. So they are arranging for a flower pallaki, great ceremony. And they're making to sit in the pallaki, this dead body. So they're carrying him in a great procession with crackers and many these things. And they have a mantap for this, what I can say, samadhi. In a grand way, they're doing it. And for this prostitute, even they have come to know that this prostitute has died. It's just dragging this body of the prostitute on the streets and throwing it in a hillside where it is a food for the vultures and the wolf and something like this. It's been thrown like that. Brahmana was not able to understand. So what do you want to tell from this? He said, your activities was perfect. So it was the bodily activities. See the result to the body. It's greatly respected. It is greatly celebrated, many things. And her activities to the body was worst. So she has been treated in that way. But conscious-wise, you were always meditating on the prostitute, but she was meditating always on your activities, that how well you're worshipping the Lord, and her consciousness pure. So she's getting the result of heaven. This is the story. I hope you all understood. So many times we think results come by our action. No, it comes by this is the subtle thing. So more subtler is this modes. So let us try to understand. Yes, today's acronym is TRAP, T-R-A-P, TRAP. 3 modes raise for prominence, actions in the modes and pure life. Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. And you can see this picture under Krishna's, what I can say, instructions. All this will be happening. And it is Krishna who is controlling everything. It is 3 gunas who are controlling the living entities. The other portion of the picture, I hope you all seen. So we are all just puppets in the hands of these 3 gunas. And these 3 gunas are under the control of Krishna. Krishna says, Maya dakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam. Maya dakshena prakriti. This prakriti has been controlled by me. And one more verse he says, Daiviyesha gunamai mama maya duratyaya. This energy is of mine. It is not so easy to control it or overcome my energy. Yes, it can be inferior to us. It can be the secondary. We are superior to that. But still being the soul, part and parcel of the Lord, it's difficult. We cannot overcome. Till then, we don't surrender to the Lord. Krishna says, Daiviyeshu guname mama maya duratya mam evaye prapadyante maya mitam tarante. But a person who surrenders unto me very easily overcomes this 3 gunas. Okay? And now you can see in this picture, it is not only to you, me, or someone, to an ordinary person, even to the greatest of the great souls. You can see all the 3 are meditating on the Lord. But the result is not the same. One is getting Brahman realization, the other getting Paramatma realization, the other person is getting Bhagavan realization because of his bhava, because of his, what I can say, subtle thing. Not by the activity. Activity is the same. And don't think only for Mahatmas, even to the lowest of lowest, whoever we are, whatever the activities are we are doing, it's based on the 3 modes. I'll say a small thing about a thief. Actually, there were 3 thieves. All were thieves. So what is their work? They'll be standing somewhere near the forest road, street. Whoever comes in that way, they just drag them and snatch all the wealth, whatever they have, they'll leave them. This was their theft like. So once what happened, a very big rich man, he came by that way. There's 3 thieves there, dragged him to the forest, and finally they snatched all the jewelry, whatever he had, everything has been snatched. And then one person says, Arere, this person is very rich and very influential person. So he might go and give the police complaint or something like that. We might get caught. So let us kill him. What? Let us kill him. Then the other person says, no. First of all, we are doing a sin of stealing. We shouldn't become a more sinner by killing. Let us tie to this tree. Some tiger, lion, something, it will come and eat away. So we no need to have worry. Let us tie and go. They'll tie and they'll go. The 3rd thief, he will come. He will release him. See, I'm releasing you. You don't say this to anyone. He'll say, okay, Lord, so he'll take the word. He'll release him. All the 3 were thieves. Same duty. No change. What was the difference? First person was very ignorant. He did not have any knowledge of it. He felt all the sin is the same. Killing and stealing both is the same result. The second person was a little bit intelligent. He said, no. The first person was in ignorance, tamo guna. The second was in rajoguna. He says, no. Killing gives us a different result and stealing is a different result. Let us not kill. The third person was sattva guna. Sometimes our circumstances make, or our previous karmas make us to be as a thief, as a great person, as a fallen person, whatever. But this 3 modes is present. it will be working on it. So he releases him. He's having that kind of nature because he's in Sattva Guna. He thinks even tying him, it's a tiger and lion coming, killing him, the result comes to them. He knows better than both thieves. Clear? Yes. And now you can see him. And Krishna is saying, Sattvam sukhe sanjayati rajakarmani bharata jnanam avrutyat uttama pramadi sanjayati yutha. O son of Bharata, the mode of goodness conditions one to happiness. Passion conditions one to fruitive action, and ignorance, covering one's knowledge, binds one to madness. You become mad, not knowing what are we doing. The whole world today is in ignorance, not even in passion. Tamo guna. That's why we work like donkeys, not knowing what for are we doing this, what are going to achieve by this. Nothing we know. We are seeing others and we are just following them. And you know, this is so subtle. You can see this lamp here. 3 lamps showing different results. One is already, what I can say, without lamp, only the smoke is coming. And other one is just with the wind, which is just burning this side and that side. And other thing, lamp is still. This is by the influence of the 3 modes. Even the time is on 3 modes, influenced by 3 modes. And you know that in the 11th chapter, Krishna says, Arjuna asks, who are you? What is your mission? He says, I am Kala. I am time. But in this material world, time is in 3 modes. Krishna is controlling everyone by his time. Every particle is influenced on the time. But in spiritual world, there is no time. That means here we have past, present, future. The spiritual world, nothing called like past, present, and future. It's difficult to digest. That's truth. No time in spiritual world. Clear? Yes. I can go more depth in that subject, but no time to have so detailed discussions. Okay. Then 3 modes you can see here. These are subtle forces that influence our behaviors as well as every aspect of our physical, mental, and emotional world. The Sanskrit term for this forces is guna, rope, and the Gita explains how they pull us to act in various ways, even against our better judgment. Many times, only intelligence, sometimes we can come out of it. Or else, no, if you are unknown of this knowledge, see this rope with 3 colors? Yes, it's been binded. We are so, have you seen this? For example, take this thread. It is with 3 colors. Take this kind of 3 and just bind it. And take another 3 and bind it. So in that way, it is interlocked. It's very difficult to come out of it. And this influences our physical activities, mental thoughts, and even emotions. Even emotions. So subtle. It is controlling complete. Our actions are being based on these 3 modes. Here, you can see here the 3 modes. This lady is so calmly sitting. Another lady who's in passion, having mobile, laptop, notepad, everything. She wants to do all the things. Very much anxiety, agitated, bewildered. And the third, as Krishna is saying, madness. Because of ignorance, only madness. And even you can see within us, we all have these 3 modes. Just I'll give some examples to understand. For example, you take a person who is in government job. How does this work? As soon as he goes to the office, he will never do any office work. There are many files on his table. Till then, he don't get something extra for it. The file will never pass to the other table, isn't it? Very lazy. And the same person, when he comes to house, He's very active. And the wife says, oh, this is not there in the house, that, this, why not 2 minutes I'll get that. He'll go to the shop, go to the market, get everything, take care of the children, everything, happily he does everything. In the same person, when he goes to temple, he'll be very calm. He'll be sitting like this, very calm, he'll be praying, he'll be doing dhyana. Somewhere we do all the three, no? But what we apply where, that matters. That is intelligence. And a person, for example, the same reverse, a IT employee who's in some IT or somewhere, what is he doing? As soon as he enters the office, he's in a hurry, as this the middle lady. He's doing that, he's doing this, many works. Why? There's an increment. He might get increment or many things like that, and there is a challenges to stay in the work. He has to do many things. In this way, always he'll be doing it. This is what today's world is going on. And Saturday, Sunday is off. As soon as he comes to house, what he becomes? He becomes lazy. Always sleeping. Oh, I worked so much. Let me take rest. Isn't it? And when he goes to temple, he also might be do this kind of dhyana or something like that. Same person, his activities are based on 3 modes. Clear? I hope you are able to understand now. And these 3 modes control each and every activity. The picture was off, you can see her full. We are just puppets in the hands of these 3 gunas. And we cannot overcome this because we are completely binded from millions and millions of lifetimes. So it is very subtle. So coming out of it is sometimes impossible. So we are, for example, simple thing I'll say. Think like that, your hands, your legs, everything has been tied. Will you be able to escape from this? You're in some well, you're falling in a well, everything has been tied. Will you be able to escape? No way. How much ever you try, you cannot. Then what will happen? You should ask for the help. To whom? Another person who is tied with, along with you. Another person who is tied with the hands and legs. Can he help you? No. A person who's not been binded by these ropes. And that is spiritual master and Krishna. Krishna can very easily release us from this. And it is spiritual master who helps us, a devotee who helps us to get released from these ropes. I hope you can understand. So seeking mercy and blessings of Guru and Krishna is a must. So what are 3 modes? Ropes like primary colors. We saw that. Qualities that affect every aspect of our lives. Character. Just see this character, how it has been degrading day after day, day after day. And those days, no? What was the saying? When something, for example, when the wealth is lost, nothing is lost. When the health is lost, yes, something is lost. But when the character is lost, completely everything is lost. But nowadays, what is the saying, or what is the activities, what is the feelings that we have? When character is lost, nothing is lost. When health is lost, something we have lost. But when money is lost, wealth is lost, everything is lost. This is what. Simple example. In those days, when a daughter, when the father sees for the bridegroom, what he sees? What kind of a family? What is this character? What is his behavior? Is he drinking? Is he smoking? All those things they used to see. But today, they are least bothered about the character. They see how much is he earning. Just see how are we getting degraded. Without our consciousness, we are getting degraded. Because of the influence of the atmosphere, influence of the time, influence, many things is influencing, especially TV. In this way, we are influenced by many, many things, and we get, so we also think that being like this is correct. Then behavior, our behavior goes on these 3 modes. Approach towards life. Our destination also changes. Those days, destination was different. Nowadays, destination is different. Impacts us at various levels, that is physical, mental, and emotion. Now, this chat helps you to understand better. Books. So what kind of books you choose based on your modes? When you are in goodness, motivational biography, where it inspires you to live with a character as an exemplary personality, something like that. And passion, thriller novels, science fiction. Always there should be some thrilling, there should be some surprising thing in that. You feel to enjoy that. But a person who is in ignorance, objectionable websites, where he cannot see publicly, objectionable, something like sex books or that, where you cannot be publicly seeing such kind of thing, or the prone, something like this, is in ignorance. And it binds him in the same way. And now work. When you're going to work, what kind of a work you choose? In goodness, it is teaching. That is a teacher. I have studied so much. Yes, my salary might be less. Fine. Let me be a lecturer. Let me be a teacher. So that my knowledge is being utilized for many other students or kids, where I'm making their life brighter. My salary is less. Fine. But a person who's in passion, money is honey, whatever gives money. That's it. For money, he can do anything. 2 shifts, 3 shifts, night duty. Oh, in today's world is running behind that. They say morning if work, it is less salary. Night if I work, it's more salary. So let me work on the nights. So spoiling our health, spoiling the relationship in the family, nothing you get, only money you get. So ignorant. Then next is ignorance. What happens in ignorance? Alcoholic, drug addicts. You know it is illegal, still you do it. The bar, the such kind of pubs, everything, because they are ignorance. Then time of the day. I said no, time also influence on this 3 modes. The morning time, 4 to noon. It is not perfect, like, but still it is divided into 3. Like morning timings, it is Sattva-guna, goodness. And afternoons, it is Rajaguna. And night, it is Tamoguna. You can just easily see the modern civilization is active in the nights. That means it is in ignorance. And what is happening in our daytime? We all sleep well. We want to be in ignorance, so we sleep. We don't utilize that time. What is, okay, what is Surya Namaskara? You know what is Surya Namaskara? Basically, that word itself says Surya, sun, Namaskara. Welcoming him, that's it. To welcome sun, you have to wake up before sunrise. This is healthy nature, healthy behavior. But what is that? And many say Surya Namaskaram is some exercise that this. Okay, fine. For our health, we can do that. But that is not the basic thing. Here, at what time are you waking up? If you need to be in Sattva Guna, and spirituality is Shuddha Sattva, comes after Sattva Guna, goodness, is pure goodness. So without waking up early mornings, without being influenced by the Sattva Guna thing, it's very difficult. Clear? Then music, classical soft music. You can see some Sangeet Kacheri or something. Very soft, it will be so pleasing. That pleases to a person who is in Sattva Guna. A person is in Rajaguna, he'll say, Arey Baba, what is this? So softly, I'm getting sleep. Let me go out. Because he is not getting attracted to it. But a person who's in passion, jazz, rock, and pop, always dancing, singing. It should be something like this, rock and pop, something. Isn't it? Yes, being a big goofers, having big kind of things and shouting and this thing. But what about Tamoguna? Shouting and screaming. Have you seen this English songs? As soon as they get a mic, they start screaming like anything. There's no meaning in it. Still they scream, and there are many followers for them. Hundreds and millions of followers. Even they scream seeing them. This is modern world for you. Just try to understand. Those days, take about the films. Those days we had to see this Kannada movie, Telugu, Tamil, Hindi, whichever movie you take. The songs had so much of meaning in it, isn't it? Yes. Then later part, what happened? All the meanings were changed. And nowadays you can see many songs like, for example, you think Kannada, Hodi Maga, there's a song, And in Tamil, Kolaveri. What all are this? No meaning. And the movies, spoilers. And those days, when you go to a movie, the movie used to teach you how a brother should be. I have seen such kind of movies, Tamil movies, the Shivaji Ganesh and all this. So they come out of this theater with tears in their eyes. That sister, for their sister, the brother, he sacrificed his whole life. When will I be like that to my sister? He'll be thinking. But nowadays, movies, what it is teaching? Only saying love, in the name of love, it's only lust. And they promote it. What is that love they say? A girl, for example, parents taking care of a girl child for the age of 20, 25, something, and somebody, a boy comes in the name of love, it takes away and giving up the old parents, not taking care of them. And they say, and the world is promoting them. Which direction are we going? Somewhere we should think all this. So, okay, our life has been spoiled. What are we teaching to our children? This matters. The next places, park, forest, crazy city life, and pubs, nightclub. You can see here, forest, you want to be peaceful. Then here, city, always passionate, running. Have you seen? Anyone now, if you have a two-wheeler, you can just see this, how the atmosphere also changes. When you're going in a calm place, medium speed you're going, you're not disturbed anything. When you go to some place where it is too crowded, from backside, one person will be horning. Go fast. And you go, there's no place to go. You also try to hurry to this side, that side, go. And the traffic jam, it happens and so many things. Isn't it? Even the place is influencing you. Clear? And here, pubs and night, that is ignorance. Only night duty, no day there. Only illegal and this thing, madness things is going on. Then food, another important topic of food. Wholesome, juicy, and vegetarian, which is healthy to us, choosing such kind of a food. And here in passion, spicy, sour, hot, pungent. Taking, which is hot, burning hot. Somebody should see they drink this coffee or tea. While drinking, they cannot hold the glass. They take the help of a cloth, hold it and drink. Or sometimes very spicy food they take, where the mouth is burning, the throat, the stomach is paining. It's even all burning. And not only there, even morning when he goes for the nature call also, it's burning. He knows the result, but still he chooses to have such kind of thing. And that is modern food. Those days it was beautiful, like idli, dosa, this kind of. Nowadays, fast food. Some Manchurian, some this kind, that kind, where it spoils our health. And what is tamoguna food? Untouchable, rotten, decaying. What is that? Which is spoiled. Yesterday's, day before yesterday's. And nowadays we have this fridge. Cook and keep in the fridge and take for the next day and eat. Clear? And it is said in the scriptures, anything which is not eaten before 2.5 hours of cooking, it becomes poisonous. So what are we eating? Only poison, which is spoiling our health, spoiling our thinking, spoiling our emotions, intelligence, everything has been spoiling. Okay, untouchable. What is untouchable? It is when you touch that, you have to take a bath. But we eat certain things. For example, you go to a death, somebody has died. You go to their house, what you do? After going to the graveyard, everything, you come back, take a bath. isn't it? Yes, because you're gone to a dead body. Now, for example, there's a chicken, there is a goat which has been killed, and we eat that. Is it not a dead body? Simple logic you can understand. No need to have a great intelligence also. Is it not a dead body? How can you take a dead body and keep bury in our stomach? It is not a graveyard, no? Untouchable. But when we are in ignorance, we think that is good. That is the right thing which I'm doing. Because when we don't have the scriptural knowledge, it's a simple logic you can understand. That's it. No need to have a great intelligence also. So now we have to, with intelligence, how do we lead our life? That is more important. How do we practice it? Okay, state of mind, happiness, knowledge, agitated, greedy, lazy, dull, very reluctant to make spiritual advancement. In ignorance, never ever you can make any advancement in spiritual. And here, no, whoever is more influential in this ignorance, he cannot even attend these sessions. He'll be planning from the day one also. I should wake up, I should wake up, I should wake up, I should attend, but he cannot do it. Because this ignorance is controlling him. The tamoguna is controlling him. He cannot come out of it. Till then, he don't take the shelter of a devotee, a spiritual master and Krishna. Okay? Now, three modes. Now Krishna is saying, goodness, too self-satisfied to follow dictation of supersoul. Even all the three gunas, anyhow, it will come in the 17th chapter. All the three gunas, it's based on the material. It is material. It is not spiritual, even Sattva Guna. It is binding us in this material world. Which one? Sattva Guna is also binding, but devotional service is pure goodness. Shuddha Sattva, which liberates us from this. That in the 17th chapter, we'll go in more depth and understand that. Here in goodness also, we don't hear the instructions of super soul or the Lord dictations because self-satisfied. Clear. And in passion, his desires speak loudly and he cannot hear voice of super soul because he's having so many desires. We also have, wherever just one day out you go and come, you'll be having hundreds and hundreds of desires. I need this dress, I need this one, I need that, I want to satisfy this satisfaction. So many desires come. And ignorance is too inert, ignorant, and mad to hear super soul because he's always intoxicated. Not only by drinking, his desires also is so deep, he cannot come out of it. They'll be mad, just like mad, to fulfill their sense gratification. That's why sometimes we see such kind of rape or dacoits on many things. They cannot control their senses. Clear? Yes. So race for prominence. See, we all have all these three modes. All these three modes is trying to, what I can say, win the race. But now, what is our intelligence? When we are intelligent enough, we give the path for the goodness. If I don't have intelligence, I give the path for ignorance. When I once come in touch with this Bhagavad-Gita, I understand. Then I start waking up in the morning. That means I'm giving the opportunity of Sattva Guna to improve me. Time will make me to get improved, to get develop in our consciousness. If I am not intelligent enough, I'll give more active in the night. Just you wake up early morning, be active in the morning by chanting, doing many. That's sufficient. It makes us come to the goodness. Clear. And little bit of intelligence, it takes us more. Now here Krishna is saying, Rajas tamascha vibhuya sattvam bhavati bharata, rajas sattvam tamaschaiva tamas sattvam rajastata. Sometimes the mode of goodness becomes prominent, defeating the modes of passion and ignorance. O son of Bharata, sometimes the mode of passion defeats goodness and ignorance, and at other times ignorance defeats goodness and passion. In this way, there is always competition for supremacy. Clear? Even this modes want to overcome the other two. But this intelligence that we have, so for what we are giving? Yes, sometimes we need Rajoguna also, even in spirituality, because some activities we have to do it. I have to do with the force and the yes, but intelligence should be there. Clear? Bhagavad-Gita helps us to overcome all such kind of conditioning. Now, when goodness dominates, this is the family for you. Peaceful family. You can see these foreigners who are coming and settling in India, or else somewhere in their nation also taking 1, 4, 5 acres of land or 2 acres of land, peacefully living, farming, happy family. And you can see this family who is just enjoying with the family. They don't work like donkeys, Earn more, what for? So no happiness. And what about Rajoguna? See this person, he's just pulling his hair. He might be a IT employee somewhere. His salary will be around 1 lakh, 2 lakh, something like that. A person who's earning some 10K or 20K is happy. This Sattva-guna, you can see this side. Teaching cycle to his wife, and so happily is living. And here you can see that 2 lakhs of salary is not sufficient for him per month. So he'll be having many credit cards, many loans, committed to many things. Then he cannot fulfill the EMI, he's struggling. Yeah. And this is Tamoguna for him. See this person? See the size of him. What is he doing? That's it. You can see the doctor is holding his nerve and he's saying, you have so many diseases. You have diabetics, you have BP. He'll be saying, you check. The left hand, what is he doing? He's taking the sweet, he's eating. And see his table is filled with what? He's ignorant. And doctor says you shouldn't eat. Arre Baba, you give the injection for this diabetes, all this. And many others will say, then, that is their duty. They will be saying, let me do our duty, let us eat. He's least bothered about his own health also. Can you see this person? So now where do we fit? To which 3 pictures? We saw 3 pictures. This one, and this one. So where do we fit? See, even if you fit here, it's okay. Somewhere you can escape. But when we are fitting in this position, no help, nothing, nobody can save us. So please take a little bit cautious in your day-to-day activities. What are we doing? Which direction are we going? Somewhere I have taken already a wrong direction. No harm. Let us try to come back and especially guide our children in the right direction. Clear? Yes. You can see the picture. It's the same person in 3 modes. How is he? See, this person is in goodness. How smart is he? Isn't it? And a person who's in passion. You can see this ring. Ring is too high for him. He cannot achieve. He's trying his level best, jumping to achieve that. We also know. Seeing the neighbors, seeing somebody else where it will never suit me to achieve that. And we try. I should buy a Innova car. I'm not capable of buying a 2-wheeler also, but still I'll be thinking that way. No, I will work hard. 2 shifts I do. I will buy. Isn't it? Madness. Then only, see, that is the direction you are giving for ignorance. You're not going to stop there. Please understand. You're in Rajoguna, you think that I'm trying to achieve that ring, something which is not achievable. Then you go to the ignorance part. This is what you become mad. This person say, getting intoxicated, disturbed. I was not able to achieve that. I was not able to achieve that. He's drinking his face. This is what happens to us. We can be fitted in these 3 pictures anywhere we want based on our intelligence and intelligence of Bhagavad-Gita. Clear? Yes, even if you are in the 3rd picture now, you can come to the 1st picture. Yes, now this chat will help us more. Goodness, happiness, knowledge, free from sin. Definitely there is knowledge and happiness, and definitely you will be free from sin because of knowledge. And a person is in passion, Unlimited desires, longings, fruitive actions. You don't know which is good and bad for us. Whatever I see, I should eat. Whatever I see, I should enjoy. That is it. Whether it is fitting to me or no, no intelligence. That's the most important intelligence, to know where I am. For example, you put a Google map. You say that I want to go to Delhi or I want to go to Vrindavan. First thing what it asks you, where are you now? Your location. And we are so ignorant. No one knows, where do I stand? This is intelligence. What is my position? Very simple. Life, Lord has given life different to different individuals based on this karmic reactions, karmic results. Now I stand in some family where my parents are middle class or something rich, anywhere you stand. So what can I decide next? It's very simple intelligence to know, where do I stand? That's it. Once you understand this, you'll be the happiest person in this universe. And that is knowledge. Clear? Yes. And intelligence is that the decisions you take based on the knowledge. Then ignorance, madness, indolence, and speak. No need to speak about ignorance. It's only madness you can think. That's it. Clear? Then gates of the body illuminated by knowledge. Definitely. Gates, we have 9 gates in this body. So each and every gate should be illuminated by knowledge. Another example, see, it is a little bit awkward to hear, but still, in those days, they go to the nature call. They did not had any toilets, They go to the different place, little far off place. Morning once they go, before the darkness, before the sunrise. They go, their nature call is done, they come back, that's it. So until the next day, they don't go. It's just 2 minutes work. Take a tumbler of water, go, come back, that's it. But nowadays, what is happening? And later part, see how we started to degrade. So going so far, let us come to, it was away from the village, the township or the village. Then it came inside. Can have a common this thing, something like that. Then there was a toilet concept which came within the compound. Then which came next to the house. But even in my house, the degradation was happening. They used to build a toilet, but the wall should be separate. It shouldn't be attached to the this thing. Should not the same wall of the house. Should have a different wall for the toilet, they used to say. Then there was a veranda. It came within the veranda. Now where it has come? Within the bedroom. And nowadays, whenever there is a vacant house, first thing they ask, is it attached? I need attached. All the dirty things which has to be kept out, I want to keep within my house now. Isn't it? What is our intelligence is going on? See, when we don't have intelligence, something we are doing, and we think that is good for us. No, it is worst. It is contamination. No? When you go to a nature call, you should take a bath. We are nowadays, and what to speak about? Sometimes they don't use this. And Indian culture is also happening like that. They don't use water. They use this paper, tissue papers. Worst thing. I don't know why Indians being so knowledgeable, having such kind of being taken birth in such kind of a land, why are we getting degraded like this? Why are we getting attracted to the Westerners, taking their culture? Okay, then great attachment, fruitive activity, intense endeavor, uncontrollable desire and hankering for the passion person. And in darkness, inertia, madness, and illusion, those in ignorance. Then here see the results based on our activities. Attains higher planets of great sages upon death. After our death, we go to the Urdhvaloka, that is top mode. Marloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, or even to Swargaloka. That's it. But here, takes birth among fruitive workers upon death. It can be here in the earthly planet. We may take the birth and attains animal kingdom upon death. Who's in ignorance, he can go to the Athala, Vitala, Talatala, Rasatala, Mahatala, Patala, he'll go, or else he'll take an animal kingdom as a dog, as a cat, something. Not only now, our future also will be based on our activities and emotions. Then here you can see the actions in the modes. Now Krishna is saying, Urdvam gacchanti sattvastva madhyatishtanti rajasa jaganya guna vritista ado gacchanti tamasaha. Those situated in the mode of goodness gradually go upward to the higher planets. Those in the modes of passion live on the earthly planets, and those in the abominable mode of ignorance go down to the hellish worlds. Clear? And you can see this picture of the places. How is it? See this Swargaloka, how wonderful it is. Isn't it? It's so pleasing. And this earthly planet, okay, sometimes. But what to speak of ignorant person? See this hellish planets, how it is. Clear? Somebody should read even Garuda Purana and understand after the death, how is this hellish planets? How terribly we are being tortured. If you all know this, never we commit mistakes. That's why we need knowledge. Clear? And now this chat. Activity, destination, death, higher planets, earthly planets, birth in lower species. Then results of action. This is pure, this is misery, and this is foolishness. And effect, real knowledge, greed and madness. Illusion. Clear? So I hope this all will make you to understand better. So what will be our results based on our modes? Clear? Krishna is saying here, Gunani tan atityatrin dehi dehas samudbhavan janma mrityu chara dukkair vimukto amrutam ashnute. Amrutam, nectar. See, when the embodied being is able to transcend these three modes associated with the material body, he can become free from birth, death, old age, and their distresses, and can enjoy nectar even in this life. You can see the lifestyle of a devotee is so happy, so blissful, even without possessing anything. You should see the Goswamis. Go means senses, Swami means master of the senses. So in our parampara also you can see like Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Raghunatha Goswami, Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, Gopala Bhatta Goswami, Jiva Goswami. Like this, they are great, great personalities. They were opulent like anything. But they gave up everything after devotional service. They went to the Vrindavan. And they were not attached to anything, not even to the tree to sleep under a tree. It's a second day I'll be attached to this tree. Let me sleep under a different tree. That was their detachment. And they were so blissful. They were experiencing nectar. We think house, vehicle, good car, good bungalow, good bedroom, soft bed, or jewelry, good dress materials. All this gives us happiness. No way. Happiness comes from devotional service, comes from the association of the Lord. He is Ananda Swarupa, the form of happiness. However you touch him, you can experience happiness. Clear? Yes. Transcending the modes, symptoms of one who has transcended. What is his behavior? How to transcend? All those things we'll see. Symptoms. Equipoised. A person who comes to devotional service, he will be equipoised. He may not have much differences. I hope whoever is entering to this devotional path, you can experience that. You feel something detached, which you were attached previously. Isn't it? You can experience in just in this 1 week or 18 days, easily you can experience that. Because you're experiencing a higher taste. This experience will come only to devotees who are chanting regularly and offering bhoga to the Lord and taking this prasadam. It's very subtle, which is not visible, but there is a change. Isn't it? That means there is something which we are not able to see. It is influencing us. So we become very influenced, that is equipoised, not agitated and these things. Then neutral, indifferent to their pushings. And definitely this gunas from within, it is doing its duty. It is pushing us. See, ignorance is pushing me to sleep. Clear? Passion is pushing me to do many activities, work like donkey. And Sattva is pushing me to be peaceful. All the three is within us. Now, knowledge matters. When we have this Bhagavad-Gita knowledge, when we have the knowledge, something is pushing you. For the sleep, it is pushing you to sleep. You say, no, no, no. If I off this alarm and sleep, I'll be missing today's session. Let me get up. Even this sleep, okay, at least to pacify the mind, you can say later I'll sleep, but let me attend the session. Then you, after today's session, you'll be thinking, sleeping daytime is not good. Let me sleep only in the night. See, you are applying your knowledge. That becomes intelligence you are applying properly. Once again, hearing this, once again, you sleep till in the mornings, you don't utilize. If you don't practice, it becomes a waste. Yes, free from hankering and free from envy. This is next levels. Automatically, you'll be envy free. You'll not have envy on any, forget about human beings, even on any living entities. You'll be loving all the living entities. Yeah. Yes. What is this behavior? Steady in all circumstances. Praise or blame. Somebody is blaming you. Okay, first. He's praising you. Oh, you are so great. Okay, friends, fine. Nothing. No worried about it. Then honor and dishonor, and happiness and distress. He takes it equally. Matas pashastu kaunte shitoshna sukha dukkada agama paino nityastam sidikshasva bharata. Based on my previous karmic results, everything comes to me. Happiness, yes, let it come. Distress, okay, fine. With Lord's mercy, let it come. Anything, I'm happy to accept it. Clear? Then desirable or undesirable. It's the same for a person who's beyond this material consciousness. Yeah. Then deals equally with everyone and everything. Stone, earth, stone, or gold, friend or enemy. I'll say small pastime of this. I said about Goswamis. So our Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, he had a touchstone. Touchstone is so precious. When you touch that touchstone to an iron rod, it transforms to gold. That's the power of the touchstone. So one thief came to know that, Sanatan Goswami is having a touchstone. So next day he came with a big sword. This Sanatan Goswami was chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra and sitting. He came with the sword. I got a message that you have a touchstone. Give that or else I'll chop off your head. Oh, you need a touchstone? He said, I just behind the house in the dustbin, you won't take. Dustbin. Okay, let me see, you'll go there. And the dustbin in the bottom, you can see that touchstone. He was surprised. Okay, he took that. He tested it. It was original. He was so happy to get this. He came back to the house. He slept, but night he did not get the sleep. I was thinking, touchstone is so precious. If somebody's had come to me and asked, I might have been given my life, but not this touchstone. It is so precious. But how come that person, sadhu, has thrown this touchstone in the dustbin? That means he might be having something superior to this. The next day comes with a bigger sword. He says, you have cheated me. Hare Baba, what I have cheated? You have thrown this touchstone in the dustbin means you should have something more precious than this. I need that. He says it is difficult to achieve. Fine, however difficult I want to do it. You have to follow all my instructions. He said, yes, I can do anything for that. First thing, go throw this touchstone into the dustbin and come. He went, threw and came. Then he said, go take bath in Yamuna and come. He went, took bath in the Yamuna river and he came. Then he gave this mala. He said, you start chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Nothing can be equal to this holy name of the Lord. And literally, he did that. And he was a great disciple of Sanatana. A true story. Krishna says, Vishya vinivartante niraharasya dehinha rasovarjam rasopasya param drishtva nivartate. Param, the superior knowledge. This holy name of the Lord is so precious. So precious. It can never compare to this material world. And we don't have that taste actually. So it comes slowly, it comes. It is said, Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishta, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema. Ruchi comes in the 6th level. Our contamination should be removed first. The same holy name becomes so taste for us. Actually, Haridas Thakur, he was a Mohammedan. He was from Muslim family. During the Muslim rule, he was chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him the title as Namacharya, Acharya for this Nama. Such a great person he was. He used to chant 3 lakh names of the holy names of the Lord. So this Muslim thing, he was unbearable being in the Muslim community or chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They asked him to stop. He said, no, I cannot stop, because he was in the platform of Ruchi. He was having the taste of that Hare Nam. He was not able to leave. Then they said, you beat him in the marketplaces. There was a punishment for him. So they had this, like, what do you call that? Chowti, they said. Yes. They started beating him. In the 22 marketplaces, it was bleeding from his body. But he was not able to stop Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Many will think, is he mad? Why is he doing like that? No, because the taste of holy name was so superior for him. The beating, the bleeding, all was very insignificant. Then finally he says to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asks, at least you can stop chanting. No, he says, no, my breath will stop if I stop chanting. That was the absorption that he had. So now, yes, we have. So we don't have such taste. By force, we make us to chant and those things. But once we get that purification, our contaminations all have been removed, then we'll come to that pure state. Okay. Then never acts whimsically. This is the most important portion. Surrender to Krishna and determination in spiritual practice. First thing you need is surrender. Surrender to the spiritual master. Surrender to Krishna. Without surrendering, no. First thing starts from waking up morning, chanting. Our day should and must start with chanting. That is it, nothing else. The reason, the purpose of waking up itself is to chant. Then we can do our material works, office work, business work, cooking work, whatever. This is how we have to develop our consciousness. And finally, Krishna says, Mam chayo avabicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatitaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Always I say like this. Such time is sufficient to make us to come out of this 3 gunas. That is what Krishna is. At once, a person enters devotional service, he overcomes these 3 gunas. One who engages in full devotional service, unfailing in all circumstances, underline. Unfailing in all circumstances. I'm not saying some devotees are all great here or me, nothing like that. Yesterday we had Jagannath Rath Yatra. It was such a hectic day. And today hosting was by Chandrasekhar Prabhu. Yesterday he reached home at 1 o'clock. And he was hosting today. That is unfailing in all circumstances. Clear? I'm not saying he's a devotee also. Not even me, I am not a devotee. We are practitioners. But how determined are you in your practice? Krishna is Bhava Grahit Janardana. He sees our Bhava, not even the activities. How dedicated is he in his service? Service can be imperfect also. We cannot say, oh, I'm doing very perfect. In no way. We are all very insignificant conditioned souls. We'll be committing mistakes, but how determined are we in our practice? That matters. Clear? Unfailing in all circumstances. Then what is the result? At once transcends the modes of material nature. Once Krishna shows his mercy, that's it. 1 second is sufficient for us to overcome this material nature. And thus comes to the level of Brahman. Brahman means equal to the Lord. That is Satchit Ananda Vigraha, coming to our constitutional position, to our Swarupa. What we were before, that is what we were in a spiritual world. We'll come to that platform at once. Clear? So it's only devotional service which can help us. Right. So in today's chapter, many things we learned, all subtle things. So the 3 modes, race for prominence and actions in the modes and pure life. Now, what is for tomorrow? Tomorrow, another important chapter, 15th chapter, which is known as Purushottama Yoga. Purushottama, it's the Lord is revealing more about him. And in coming days, we'll be having this Purushottama Mass also. Very important month for devotional service. It starts on July 18th, something. I saw that. Yes, July, some month it starts. After Mass, 18th or something, it starts. You can just make a note of it and engage more in that devotional service on that day, that 1 month. Yes, it starts from 18th of July, Purushottam Mass. The more absorbed in the Krishna consciousness, you have 1,000 times more results. Many will be thinking, what is this 1,000 times, lakh times? They keep on saying, Ekadashi they do. Array, we have contaminated our life for millions and millions of lifetimes. Now, engaging on this auspicious month, auspicious days, makes us to come out of it very faster. So in this lifetime itself, we might be liberated also. Depends on our determination and dedication. Then please now do attend to the quiz. There's a quiz link. Please do attend. Now let us chant once. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shunvatam swakata Krishna punyashravana kirtanaha hridayantastu bhadrani vidunoti sufritsatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is saying, Shunvatam swakata Krishna, Krishna kata. A person who gets attached or attracted to hear Krishna kata, punya shravana kirtanaha, automatically the pious results increases in his life. The contaminations of his heart has been vanished. Vidunoti srusutsatam. That itself is sufficient to make it get liberated. Yeah. See, Sri Krishna, the personality of God, who is the Paramatma in everyone's heart and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages. Because material desires bind us. And Lord clears it. When you have just a small attraction towards this Bhagavad-Gita and Bhagavatam, or the message of the Lord, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted, that is based on the instructions of the spiritual master. Clear? Yes. So our Lakshmi Narasimhadev, Gandharvika, Giridhara, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, ISKCON HPR layout, and now any questions, you can raise your hands. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu, for a wonderful explanation. Especially today's chapter is like people can apply in their day-to-day life. I hope many people realized what is right, what is wrong, and even only in this single chapter itself, if they implement in their life, it will change their life, transform in a big way.
Yes.
So I hope many people will take this in positive way and try to practice in day-to-day life. Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
So any questions?
No questions, Prabhuji.
Do anyone have any questions? You can raise a hand. If not, we'll wind up.
You can ask for chanting nomination for tomorrow.
Yes. So you can raise your hand who's willing to chant tomorrow. Yes. Santosh Prabhu.
Santosh.
Prabhu. Prabhu, you can take both the names for tomorrow and the after tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow who is going to chant, Prabhu? Chandrasekhar Prabhu, you have to decide.
Tomorrow we'll give our chance to Atul Chand Prabhu and
Yes.
then
Yes.
next Santosh.
Tomorrow, Atul Chand Prabhu. Day after tomorrow, Santosh Prabhu. The third day, it is Kishan Prabhu.
No, we'll push Santosh Prabhu to third day.
Existing devotees.
Existing devotees will be last. So newcomers are encouraged.
Okay. I don't know how Santosh Prabhu will take this.
I know he takes in a positive way.
Yes, he'll take in a positive way. Sure. Okay. Hema Mataji, fourth day.
Hema
Yes.
Mataji will be fourth this time because she has done many times and we are thankful to that. Yeah.
You can make a note of this, Prabhu.
Yes, bro.
Yes.
Thank you for a good response.
Thank you for the response. Okay. I hope no questions. So we'll wind up for today. So I thank each and every devotee for participating in today's session. So let us chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra and wind up for today. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you. So I'll give the option to unmute. You can unmute yourself and say once Hare Krishna and leave the meeting.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Atul Chand Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Mataji, Hare Krishna. Navya Mataji, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna
Vidya
Prabhuji.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Leelavati Mataji, Hare Krishna. Mamata Mataji, Kavita Mataji, Hare Krishna. Giridhara Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Sharda Mataji, Hare Krishna. Okay. Satish Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Yes. Monica Mataji, Hare Krishna. Pramod Kumar Prabhu, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji.
No Mataji, Hare Krishna. Okay. Thank you to all. Kirtiraj Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Chandrasekhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Kirtiraj Prabhu. Hare Krishna to all. Thank you all for joining the session. We'll continue with the chapter. Hare